And good early morning to all you baseball junkies out there. It's me, Blind Gamer 1990, and welcome back to my channel. Yeah, it's late night, but I figured what the hell, why not do a little late night stream playing some more action PC baseball for you, continuing the 1991 season with the Cincinnati Reds. I thought they were going to play on the 12th, but apparently they had an off day, but I went ahead and simulated the day schedule, so sorry that you did miss that one. You did miss that, but not a lot. There was only like 10 games in the docket, but here we are. It's the 13th of April, 1991, as we begin a 3-game set with the Atlanta Braves. The Braves come to town after the Reds finished a epic series with the Houston Astros with they're 2-1 on the season. The Astros won their game the previous date against the Giants, the San Francisco Giants. I haven't been doing a lot of streaming recently, and I do apologize for that. Just I have streamers block sometimes. It's like I want to do something, and it's like, what's next? But I'm looking to get back into Appa soon and finishing my 1966 project, which is in the midst of the World Series right now. Hopefully, I'll do that eventually sometime soon and finish it. But if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do so. I really do appreciate it. And like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your families, and we'll keep things going while we're still here. So without further ado, let me do something real quick. Let's turn down the. That way it's not too loud. There we go. All right, let's see. Make sure I'm on there. There we go. There's the button I'm looking for in case when it's over, just hit the end button. Minimize. Here we go. All right, there we go. All right, without further ado, let's go. Action PC, here we come. Yeah, the Reds had an off date yesterday. They did not play, so usually they have. This has been the customary by today's standards. They'll play a game on opening day, take an off day to work out, then they'll play the rest of the series for the rest of the week, and then, a lot of times, since the season starts on the Thursday now, which is, I miss when it used to start on a Monday, but the season starts on a Thursday now, and it's weird. But let's get right into it, shall we? Yes, I hope all of y'all that live here in Kentucky have been staying cool, because it's been hot. The past few, it's been hot the past few days here, and I haven't been outside much to tell you about it. But if I had to guess, it's hot. All right, let's look at today's action before we play our game today. Here we go. Let's see what we got in today's action. April 13th. Here we go. Ooh. Doc Gooden and the Mets beat the Expos 1-0. Also today, the Brewers beat the Blue Jays 4-0. The Indians beat the Red Sox. The Indians beat the Red Sox 5-4 in 14 innings. Wow, that had to be a good game. Also tonight, the Tigers beat the White Sox 2-0. And there are games right here. But also today, the Cubs beat the Pirates 10-8. DeCenzo had 4 hits. We'll be seeing the Cubs sometime soon this year. Also today, the Royals beat the Yankees 11-6. It's nice to see the Yankees lose, huh? The Mariners beat the Athletics 5-3. Ken Griffey Jr. had 3 hits. What a day for him. The Astros beat the Giants 6-3. Tuffy Rhodes had 3 hits.
Exit press. Act box pressed.
Also
April
today,
13,
the
Minnesota
Twins
blanks
beat the
California
Angels.
1-0. Search com.
The final
April
score in that
13,
game
Minnesota
was
blanks California
1-0.
1-0. Exit press. Act box
Wow,
pressed.
not much behind it.
April 13,
The
Baltimore beats
Orioles beat the
Texas
Rangers
9-6. Search
9-6.
combo express act box pane. Pressed. April 13, Los
The
Angeles
Dodgers
pounds
beat
San
the
Diego
Padres
13-3.
13-3.
Daniels 5
Cal Daniels had
RBIs.
5
Search combo.
RBIs. Wow,
X
that's unbelievable.
press act pay scroll pay box
And
pressed.
finally today,
April 13,
the
Philadelphia Ben St. Louis
Phillies beat the Cardinals
7-4. Hayes
7-4.
3 hits. Search
Hayes had
combo
3
box
hits.
select. April
Wait, he had 3
13,
hits, right?
Philadelphia Ben St. Louis 7-4. Hayes 3
Yeah,
hits.
3
Search
hits.
com file sub
All right.
April 3rd exit search exit red action.
Now we will play
PC
our
base
game. But let me do some. I don't know why I'm sharing audio, but let's see.
stream
I'm going to
StreamYard
fix that.
action.
Give me a
StreamYard
second.
stream hide link stop share.
Hold on a minute. There we go. All right. Let's see. Here we go. We're going to play our game. It's the Atlanta Braves are in town after the Reds took the series against the Astros in on opening series. Let's do it. Let's see. Do a computer lineup here. Let's look at the starting lineups for for tonight's game. Let's see. Do the Red Braves have somebody? All right, here we go. The starting lineups for tonight's game for the Atlanta Braves, leading off and in left field, Deion Sanders. Batting second and at second base, Jeff Treadway. Batting third and at center field, Ronnie Gant. Batting fourth and at right field, David Justice. Batting fifth and at first base, Sid Bream. Batting sixth and at third base, Terry Pendleton. Batting seventh and catching, Mike Heath. Batting eighth and at shortstop, Rafael Belliard. And batting ninth and pitching, Steve Avery. Again, that's Sanders in left, Treadway at second, Gant in center, Justice in right, Bream at first, Pendleton at third, Heath behind the plate, Belliard at short, and Avery doing the pitching. For the Reds, leading off and at second base, Billy Dorn. Batting second and at shortstop, Barry Larkin. Batting third and at third base, Chris Sabo. Batting fourth and at center field, Eric Davis. Batting fifth and at left field, Glenn Braggs. Batting sixth and at first base, Todd Benzinger. Batting seventh and at right field, Paul O'Neill. Batting eighth and catching, Joe Oliver. And batting ninth and doing the pitching, Jack Armstrong. Again for the Reds, that's Dorn in second, Larkin at short, Sabo at third, Davis in center, Braggs in left, O'Neill in right. Wait, hold on, let me make sure. Okay, here we go. The lineups for the Reds, again, that's Dorn at second, Larkin at short, Sabo at third, Davis in center, Braggs in left, Benzinger at first, O'Neill in right, Oliver catching, and Armstrong doing the pitching. Let's head out to Riverfront Stadium for game one of this 3-game set between the Cincinnati Reds and the Atlanta Braves. All right, play ball. Deion Sanders leads off for the Braves. Let's do it. Welcome to Riverfront Stadium for today's game between the Braves and the Reds. Steve Avery gets the start for Atlanta, making his first start of the year, opposed by Jack Armstrong for Cincinnati, also making his first start of the year. 68 degrees at first pitch today. Wind speed is 5 miles per hour, and it's raining. Uh-oh. Sanders steps in against Armstrong. Armstrong with the first pitch. Fastball, here we go. Change up, excuse me. Bounces one to the plate. Ball one. Wait, hold on. It's in pitch by pitch mode. Give me a sec. I gotta adjust that real quick. Of course, it won't take effect till the next at bat. There we go. The 1-0 from Armstrong. Down and inside. Ball two. Armstrong stares in for the sign. He shakes it off. Now he's got one he likes. 2-0 is the count. The pitch to Sanders. Inside. Ball three. 3-0 the count. The pitch. Armstrong kicks and throws. Lunch at it, swing and a miss, strike one. 3-1 count, the pitch. Deion swings. Hits it down the first base line. Out of play, foul ball. Counts full. Armstrong with a 3-2. Sanders swings hard on this one. Deeps it down the right field line. O'Neill going back on it. Waiting for it. And he's going to make the catch. One down. Prime is retired. Here's Treadway. 3-2 pitch. Treadway swings. Lines a base hit to left center. O'Neill, right center. O'Neill throws it back in. 1 on, 1 out for Ron Gant. Gant comes up against Armstrong. Runner on first, 1 away. The 0-2 pitch. Gant puts a charge into this baby. Very deeps it to left center. Back at the track. It could go. Bragg's going back on the ball. And it's gone. Gant hits his second home run of the season, and the Bravos take a 2-0 lead. 382 feet on that one. So that'll bring up David Justice. Armstrong ready to go. 1-2, the pitch. Justice rips hard on this one. Lines it toward first. Benzinger leaps and makes the catch. Here's Bream. 0-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Bream swings. Lines it, hugging the third base line. Fair ball. That's going to go for extra bases. All the way down in the left field corner. Sid Bream running like crazy. Stand up double. And that'll bring up Terry Pendleton. Runner on second. The 0-2 pitch. Strike three. Swing and a miss. Strike three. That's the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the first. The Braves 2. The Reds coming to bat. Steve Avery making his first starter of the season. Billy Doran leads off the first. Avery with the 2-1. Doran swings. Deeps it toward right center. Gant and Justice going for it. Justice calls him off, and he makes the catch. 375-foot mark for the out. Here's Barry Larkin. 3 balls, 2 strikes to pitch. And Larkin takes up and in ball 4. Here is Chris Sabo. Avery fires to first. Larkin is safe. Runner on first, 1 away. Avery's looking at the runner on first. The 2-0 pitch. Larkin's taken off for second. Sabo swings. Solid contact. Deeps it towards center. Gant going back. At the track. Under it. And he'll make the catch. Larkin stays at first. I thought he was going to steal. It looked like he was off. Here's Davis. Avery fires to first. Larkin is safe. He gets back on the close call. Runner on first, 2 away. Davis at the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss, strike 3 at a bad pitch. That's the inning. We go to the top of the second here in Cincinnati. It's the Braves 2 and the Reds nothing. Mike Heath leads off the second. Belliard on deck. Armstrong takes the sign from Oliver. 2-2 pitch. Waved at it and missed. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Second K on the day. Here's Belliard. Avery's on deck. 3-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Belliard swings. And loops it to left center. Davis takes it on the short hop. Belliard's got a single. He almost had it. Belliard's taking a look at second. He's going to try to go. He's going for it. Davis throws and save. Here's Avery. 1-on-1 away for Steve Avery. Runner on second. That being Belliard. Infield's in at the corners. Armstrong with the 1-1. Avery tags this one. Deeps it to Braggs. Back on the ball. And he makes the catch. Belliard stays at second. And back to the top of the order in Deion Sanders. Sanders against Armstrong. Runner on second. He's 0 for 1 today. No, he walked. Excuse me. The pitch from Armstrong. Sanders swings. Shallows it down the left field line. Here comes Braggs. And he's got it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 1.5, the Braves 2, the Reds nothing. Braggs leads off the bottom of the second. Avery is set. Shakes him off. Now he's got a sign that he likes. Here is the 1-1 pitch. Braggs swings. All right. Sorry about that. I missed the call. My phone was beeping at me. But here is Todd Benzinger. Benzinger against Avery. The 1-2 pitch. Benzinger grounds it up the middle. Treadway to his right. Fields the ball, throws to first, and he's out. It's 2 away here in the second for Paul O'Neill. Avery's toeing the rubber. The 0-1 pitch. O'Neill swings hard on this one. Deep fly ball to right. Justice going back, but not deep enough as David makes the catch to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Reds. We go to the top of the third in Cincinnati. The Braves 2, the Reds nothing. It'll be Treadway, Gant, and Justice in the third. Treadway leading off. Singled and scored at his first at bat. 1 for 1 on the day. 1-1 count the pitch. Treadway swings. Deep sit toward right center. Davis and O'Neill conversing. Davis has got it. He's going back on the ball. And he's going to make the catch. 1 away here in the third. Here's Ron Gant. 1 for 1 with a homer today. He hit a 2-run homer off of Armstrong in the first. The 2-1 pitch. Gant swings. But to Larkin, it's short. And he fumbled it. Gant safe on an error. Here is Justice. Armstrong throws to first. Gant is safe on the play. Man on first for Justice. 3-2 pitch. Justice swings to Benzinger at first. This could be a double play. His only play is to first, though, as Gant's going to take second base. He steps on the bag. Gant takes second. 2 away for Sid Bream. Bream steps in against Armstrong. Runner on second, 2 away. Armstrong gets the sign from Oliver. The 3-1 pitch. Low and in, ball 4. Bream checked his swing. Oliver's appealing to third. Ump says he didn't swing. So there's 2 on, 2 out here in the third for Pendleton. Runners on first and second, 2 away. 0-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Pendleton swings. Slows it between third and short. Larkin to his right. Fields the ball. And that'll get the Reds out of the jam. He's out. Nice play by Larkin out there. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the third. It's the Braves 2 and the Reds nothing. Okay. Due out for the Reds will be Oliver, Armstrong, and Dorn. Oliver leads off the third. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Oliver swings. Shallow fly down the left field line. Hooking. Sanders going after it. And he's got it. Dion puts that away. Here's Armstrong. 0-2 the pitch. Armstrong grounds it but towards third. Terry Pendleton comes in, picks it up. He won't make a throw. Armstrong with an infield single. Jack proving that we don't need no stinking DH. By the way, Dwayne March, YouTube Network, your check's in the mail. Billy Dorn now up, but back at the top of the order for the Reds. Runner on first. One away. Avery's got the sign from Heath. The 1-0 pitch. Dorn swings. Dorn hits a deep fly ball to left. Sanders going back. And Prime is going to make the catch. Armstrong stays at first. And that brings up Barry Larkin. The shortstop Larkin steps in. Larkin walked last time up. He's not an official at bat. Sabo on deck if he gets on base. Man on first. 2 away. 1-1 pitch. Larkin really gets a hold of this baby. Oh my. I hope that one's got a passport. Deep fly ball to left center. It's got a chance to go. Sanders going back on the ball. On the track, at the wall. It is gone. Larkin gets his first ding-dong of the year. That baby was 380 feet. And just like that, it's a deuce. We are tied at 2. .380 feet. We're all deadlocked at 2. Here's Chris Sabo against Avery. He flied to center in the first. 0 for 1 today. Bases empty. 2 outs. Avery sets. The pitch, 1-2. Sabo bloops it to center. Here comes Gant. And that's an out. To retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. We go to the top of the 4th here in Cincinnati. It's all deadlocked at 2. It'll be Heath, Avery, and Sanders here in the 4th. Heath leads off the inning. Armstrong is ready. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Heath swings. Grounds it between third and short. Larkin with the diving stab throws to first. And from the ground. And he got him. Nice play. It was Heath Belliard and Avery. I'm sorry. Belliard doubled in the second. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Belliard swings. Lines it to left center. Braggs. Drops in. Base hit. Braggs throws it in. Belliard's with a 2-hit day. Here comes Avery. We'll let the crowd come back. That loop's got to keep playing. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, yes, I'm no longer a part of the Field of Dreams or the Gridiron of Dreams teams or leagues and servers. I got kicked, I guess. I don't want to say kicked out, but I was let go, so to speak. Okay. Avery now up. Runner on first. 1 on, 1 away. Infield's in at the corners. They're expecting a bunt. 2-2 pitch. Avery swings. Ropes it to second. Dorn makes the catch. Back to the top of the order again in Deion Sanders. Sanders steps in. Runner on first, 2 away. 1-2 pitch to Sanders. He swings. On the ground down the first base line. Fair ball. That's going to go for extra bases. To the corner. All the way to the wall. Belliard's going to score. Deion is still running. He's rounding second. and he's with a standing up. He scores a triple. Belliard will score, giving the Braves the lead. It's 3-2 Atlanta. Here's Treadway against Armstrong. Man on third, 2 away. Armstrong toes the rubber. 0-1 is the count. The pitch to Treadway. Jeff swings hard on this one. Look out, Aunt Betty. Open the window. Deep sit down the right field line. O'Neill going back. Hooking. Got a chance. Way back. At the track. At the wall. It is out of here. Jeff Treadway hits his first homer of the season. 333 feet down the right field line. That was a moonshot, baby. And it's 5-2. It's 5-2 Braves. Here's Gant, who has also homered today. 2-2 pitch. Gant swings. Solid contact here. Line shot toward left center. Davis on the run. Cuts it off. Gant rounds first. Going for the double. Davis throws it in. And he is safe. That'll bring up David Justice. Oliver is chatting with Armstrong here. Justice against Armstrong. Man on second. Full count. Here's the pitch. Ball high, ball 4. Justice on base, the free ride. Now it's Sid Bream. Bream steps in against Armstrong. Pendleton on deck if he can get on base. 2 on, 2 out. The 2-2 pitch. Bream swings. Line drive to short. Larkin makes the catch. But the Braves do damage. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Braves 5 and the Reds 2. Due up for the Reds in the 4th will be Davis, Braggs, and Benzinger. Eric Davis leads off the 4th for the Reds. Avery with the 0-2. And strike 3 called. Not what he was looking for on that one. Now it's Glenn Braggs. Avery sets. The 0-2 pitch to Braggs. And outside on the black, strike 3. Swing and a miss. 2 up, 2 down here in the 4th for the Reds. Benzinger now up. He grounded out to second in the 2nd. 0 for 1. The 0-1 pitch. Benzinger swings. Grounds it between third and short. Base hit. Deion Sanders throws it back in. Here's O'Neill. Runner on first. 2 away. 2-0 is to count the pitch. O'Neill swings, blooping it to second. Here comes Treadway. Got it to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the top of the 5th. It's the Braves 5, the Reds 2. Due up for the Bravos in the 5th will be Pendleton, Heath, and Belliard against Armstrong, assuming he's going to go out there and pitch again. Let the crowd come back. All right, here we go. Armstrong back on the mound for the 5th. He's given up 5 runs today. Pendleton at bat. The righty's got the sign from Oliver. The 1-2 pitch. Pendleton swings. Deep sit to right center. Davis and O'Neill going back on it. And it's gone. No doubt about it. All they can do is look. Pendleton hits his second shot of the year. 380-foot shot. Wow. He smoked that. It was gone as soon as it left the bat. It's a 6-2 Braves lead. Mike Heath now up. They're going to take Charlton out and put Randy Myers in there. 4th appearance of the season. Heath steps in against Myers. The 3-2 pitch. Heath pops it up. To short. Here comes Larkin. Way up there, waiting for it to come down. And he makes the catch. 1 out here in the 5th. 1 in, 1 out. Here's Belliard. Singled and scored in the 4th. Myers with the 2-0. Belliard swings. Up the middle. Doran to his right. Has the ball, throws to first. And it's 2 away for Steve Avery. Avery at the plate. 2-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Avery swings. He got a hit last at bat. Grounds it up the middle. Diving stab by Doran. Throws to first, and he's out. But the Braves add more to the run. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. And after 4.5, it's the Braves 6, the Reds 2. Due up for the Reds in the 5th will be Oliver, Myers, and Doran. Will they hit for Doran or will they hit for Myers? We'll see. Oliver will start the inning. He flied out to left last time up. 2-0 pitch. Oliver swings. Lines it by Oliver. And that's going to get down for a base hit. Sanders bobbles it. He bobbled it. Oliver ends up at second base. That's an error. Outfield error. Oliver takes second. Here is Brandy Myers. Are they going to hit for him or let him swing? Yep, they're going to let him go. Myers is in. Doran is on deck. Runner on second. Nobody out. Horners are in. Avery throws. Myers bunts. On the ground toward the mound. Avery barehands it. Throws to first, and that's going to get Oliver to third. Yes, he does. Here's Doran. Let's see if Doran can knock Oliver in at third. Lined out to left in the third. Runner on third. 1 away. Avery sets. It's 3-0, the pitch. And ball 4. So that'll put the Ducks on the pond. Here's Larkin, who has hit a home run earlier in this game. He hit a 2-run homer off of Avery last time up. Sabo on deck. Runners on the corners. 1 away. 1-2 pitch. And swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 away. Here is Sabo. Runners on the corners. 2 away. 2-0 pitch. Sabo swings. That's not going to do anything. Deeps it down toward left center field. Sanders going back on it. And that's going to get him out of the jam. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. Excuse me. After 5 complete, the Braves 6, the Reds 2. Excuse me. Back to the top of the order, 6 is going to be Sanders, Treadway, and Gant. Sanders will lead off the inning. Drove in a run with a triple and scored in the 4th. The 1-2 from Myers. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Sanders goes down on strikes. Nixon now batting. For hitting for Treadway. I guess he's over 1 as a pinch hitter this year. 3-1 is the count. Myers pitches to Nixon. And ball 4. Nixon will take first. And that brings up Ron Gant, who has hit a home run in this game. Gant now at the batter's box. Hit a 2-run homer off of Armstrong in the 1st. And doubled in the 4th. He's had a 2-hit day. Runner on first. 1 away. Myers checks on him. Stares in for the sign. The first pitch. Nixon's taken off. He's noted for this. Ball low. The throw. And he's safe with a stolen base. First stolen base of the season for Otis Nixon. Runner on second. 1 away. 1-0 pitch from Myers. Gant swings. Lines a base hit up the middle. Nixon takes a look at the plate, and he stays right there at third. Gant with a single. He's a triple shy of the cycle. David Justice now up. Runners at the corners, 2-1 away. 1-2 is the count. The pitch to the Chief. Justice swings. Gets the bat on it. Grounds it towards first. Benzinger fields it. Nixon's going for the plate. Throws to second for 1. This could be a double play. On to first. And no throw as Nixon will score. And Justice is retired. It is a 7-2 ball game in favor of the Bravos. Here's Sid Bream. Bream against Myers. Lefty-lefty matchup. Runner on first. The pitch. And Justice taken off for second. The pitch is over for a strike. Here's the throw from Oliver. And Justice is out. They caught him stealing. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Braves 7, the Reds 2. Due up for the Reds in the 6th will be Davis, Braggs, and Benzinger. Avery's having a good day on the mound. Let the crowd come back. Davis leads off the inning. Braggs on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Avery with the pitch. And strike 3 called. Davis has struck out 3 times today. Here's Braggs against Avery. Avery's got the sign. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Braggs swings. Solid contact. Probably not deep enough, but it's solid contact. Deeps it toward left center. Here comes Sanders. And he'll put this one to sleep. Bringing up Todd Benzinger. But he bobbles it. Now he's got it. It doesn't matter, though. It's 2 outs. Here's Todd Benzinger. 1-1 count. The pitch to Benzinger. Benzinger swings. Drills it hard to left center. Gant lets it drop. Base hit. That's going to bring up Paul O'Neill. O'Neill against Avery. He lined to second in the fourth. Runner on first, 2 away. The 1-2 pitch. O'Neill cuts hard. He tattooed that one. High fly. Deep to right center. Justice chasing back. He's going to make the catch to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the top of the 7th in Cincinnati. It's the Braves 7, the Reds 2. Sid Bream leads off the 7th. Myers gets a sign. Shakes it off. Now he's got one he likes. Here's the 1-2. Bream swings and misses. Strike 3. Bream goes down on strikes. It's Bream, Pendleton, and Heath. Pendleton steps in. He went deep off of Armstrong last at bat. Heath on deck. 2-1 pitch. Pendleton swings. I think he may have done it again. Shallow down the right field line. Here comes O'Neill. And he makes the catch. And here's Heath. Heath steps in. Popped up to short in the 5th. Belliard on deck if he gets on base. 1-1 pitch. Heath swings. Smashes it on the ground between third and short. Diving stab by Larkin. Throws to first, and he got him. Nice play. Nice play by Larkin. That's the inning. We stand and stretch. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It is the Braves 7, the Reds 2. We will be back. Bop, 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 bop. Hey, hey! Back to live action. It's going to be Oliver, Myers, and Doran here in the 7th. Oliver leads off the inning. Myers on deck. The 1-2 pitch. Oliver swings. Shallows it down the left field line. Sanders comes in, and he's got it measured. He's going to make the catch. Dion's taking care of the Reds tonight. And the groans of the patrons of the game are felt throughout the ballpark. Mariano Duncan is going to hit for Myers, as you'll see a new pitcher in the 8th. The 1-0 pitch to Duncan. Mariano swings. Blasts the line drive towards center. Right at Gant, and he makes the catch. 2 away in the 7th for Billy Dorn. Dorn walked last time up. Avery with the 1-2. Dorn swings. High fly, deep to left. Sanders going back on it. He's measuring it, and he's going to make the catch. 7 putouts on the day for Dion. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on. We go to the top of the 8th. It is the Braves 7, the Reds 2. It'll be Belliard, Avery, and Sanders here in the 8th. Scott Scudder will now pitch for the Reds. First appearance of the season. Belliard will lead off the inning. 3-1 is the count. Scudder with a pitch. And that's ball 4. Tommy Gregg is going to hit for Steve Avery. Avery's day is done. What an outing, though. He's over 1 as a pinch hitter, is Gregg. Man on first, no one out. Scudder sits. The 3-1 pitch, and that's ball 4. Scudder's first appearance is not good. He's got 2 walks. Here's Sanders. Sanders to face Scudder. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. The 3-2 pitch. And just a bit outside. Ball 4. The bases are loaded here in the 8th. The Braves looking to bust this baby wide open. And here is Mark Lemke, who's now playing second base. Lemke steps in against Scudder. Bases loaded. Nobody out. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. And takes strike 3 called. Just when he needs it. Here is Gant, who's had 1 homer today. He's licking his chops. He only needs a triple for the cycle. Bases loaded. 1 away. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch from Scudder. Strike 3 called. Not what he was looking for. Here comes David Justice. Justice now up to bat. Bases loaded. 2 away. 3-0 is the count. Scudder with the pitch. And low, ball 4. Justice taking all the way, and Scudder will walk in a run as Belliard will score. Gregg takes third, and Sanders moves to second. Bases still loaded. It's an 8-2 ball game. And this game is getting out of hand. Sid Breen now up. Let the crowd come back. Those that are still in attendance tonight or today. Bream at the plate. Pendleton on deck if he gets on base. Bases loaded. 2 outs. 1-0 pitch. Sid swings. Bream grounds it between third and short. Sabo to his left. And that'll get the Reds out of the jam, but with 1 run scored. But control problems haunt the Reds tonight. Bang, bang, play. He is safe. No, the inning is not over. Gregg scores. Sanders takes third. Justice moves to second. And it's a 9-2 Braves lead. And the patrons of the game have slowly started to exit the ballpark. Pendleton now at bat for the Braves. Bases loaded, still loaded. 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch. Ball up, and Oliver can't hold it. Pass ball. Gregg will score. Sanders will score, and it's a sweet 10-2. Justice takes third, and Bream takes second. Second and third, 2 outs now. And this game is getting way out of hand. 2 runners in scoring position. 2-0 is the count. Scudder with a pitch to Pendleton. He swings. High chops it to first. Picked up by Benzinger. And this will get them out of the inning. 3 runs, 1 hit, no errors and 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Braves 10, the Reds 2. Now pitching for the Braves will be Doug Sisk. 3rd appearance of the season. It'll be Larkin, Sabo, and Davis here in the 8th. Larkin swings against Sisk. Up back to the pitcher. And 1 away. And here comes Sabo. Sabo in the box. Sisk with the 2-2. Doug throws. Sabo swings. Little fly ball down the left field line. Here comes Sanders. Can he get his another put out? Yes, he can. Here's Davis. Davis steps in. The 2-1 from Sisk. Davis bloops it to left. Right to Sanders. Base hit. Sanders throws it back in. Here's Braggs. What are we doing here? Is Heath talking to Braggs. Heath talking to Sisk, excuse me. Man on first. The 1-2 pitch. Braggs shallows it down the right field line. Out of play. Foul. Runner on first. 1-2 is the count. Sisk throws. Braggs swings. Off to the left side. Foul. So Braggs is is battling to get on base. Runner on first. Sisk keeps an eye on him at first. The 1-2 pitch. Braggs swings. Slows it down the line at third. Pendleton to his right. Backhands it behind the bag. He throws. And he is out. Nothing doing here in the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. This game is never in doubt. It's the Braves 10 and the Reds 2. 2 up for the Bravos in the 9th. Will be Heath, Belliard, and the pitcher spot. Heath gets the inning started. 3-2 is the count. Scudder throws. And Heath swings. Single, base hit. The Braves they've got hot bats tonight. O'Neill throws it back in. Will we have a pinch hitter it's Belliard, excuse me now. Belliard steps in. Runner on first, nobody out. Scudder with the 1-1. Scott throws. Belliard swings. That is a line drive. It's going to get down for a base hit. Heath takes second. Here come Braggs throwing it back in. Here comes it's Doug Sisk now up, but will we see a hitter? Yes, Blauser's going to come in and hit for Sisk. Blauser will pinch hit. Men on first and second, nobody out. 0-2 is the count. Scott Scudder throws. Blauser swings. Deep to left. Braggs going back. And he'll make the catch. 1 away. Heath stays at second. So Belliard stays at first. Back to the top of the order in Deion Sanders. Sanders against Scudder. First and second occupied. 1 away. 0-2 is the count. The pitch to Sanders. Low and outside the zone. Oliver can't hold it. Wild pitch. Heath takes third. Belliard takes second. Deion Sanders still at the plate. Scudder with the 1-2. Scott throws. Deion swings. Sanders hits it. Deep fly to right center. O'Neill going back. Lunges. And he makes the catch. Nicely done. He's heading home, and the runner's going to score. And it's an 11-2 ball game as Mike Heath scores. Two outs. As Riverfront Stadium gets exponentially more quieter. Here's Lemke against Scudder. Man on second, 2 away. Scott with the 2-2 pitch. Just missed low, and Oliver can't handle it. That's a pass ball. Oliver must have slippery. I think it is raining, so that doesn't help much. Scudder must have slippery hands. Runner on third, 2 away. The 3-2 pitch. Lemke swings. This isn't going to help matters much. Line drive down the right field line. Well hit. Way back. It's fair. Extra bases. In the corner. To the wall. That's going to get one in. Belliard will score. Lemke round second. And he is going to hit a stand-up triple. Wow. It's a 12-2 ball game. Here's Gant, who could really just put the nail in the coffin for this one. Oliver going to talk to Scudder here. I can't hold the ball, man. He's probably saying Gant now at the plate. He only needs a triple for the cycle. We've had 2 triples today. Gant could do it. The 2-2 pitch. And swing and a miss. Strike 3. Well, there goes his cycle bid. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance to dance for the Reds. It's the Braves 12, the Reds 2. Marvin Freeman makes his second appearance of the season for the Braves. He's going to shut this one down. Due up for the Reds in the 9th will be Benzinger, O'Neill, and Oliver here in the 9th. No, Morris is going to hit here in the 9th. Morris will pinch hit. The 2-2 pitch from the pitcher, and strike 3. Morris is out. Here's Paul O'Neill. What's left of the patrons here tonight or today are still cheering, but, honestly, this game's pretty much done. O'Neill faces Freeman. Oliver on deck. The count is 0-1. The pitch. O'Neill swings. Grounds it down the first base line. Bream to his left. Fields the ball, throws it in, and he's out. 2 away. The last stand. The Reds are down to their last stand here in the 9th, and it's going to be Joe Oliver. Oliver now up. Oliver against Freeman. Freeman's looking into Heath for the sign. The 1-2 pitch. Oliver swings. This should do it. Shallows it to Gant at center. And this should be the ball game. And the Atlanta Braves take game 1 of this 3-game set in a dominating 12-2 ball game. Okay, folks, now and the ballpark empties out quick. This game was never in doubt. The final score from the Riverfront Stadium, the Braves 12 and the Reds 2. Steve Avery gets his first win of the season. He's 1-0. Armstrong takes his first loss. Ron Gant hit his second home run of the season. Pendleton hit his second. Treadway hits his first. Larkin hits his first. And the game goes 3 hours and 55 minutes. Wow. What a slog. I mean, they all left about the 6th or 7th inning. It was ugly. That will take us to I believe the 14th. I believe. Let's see. It's all loading up now. We will resume this series another date. But before we go, I want to simulate the upcoming games on let's see whatever today is. Let's see. We're on April 14th. We will simulate all the other games today. That's one down. Let's see we got that game's been simulated. It's a Saturday. I believe it's a Saturday anyways. I did do a 1991 replay once before, but it didn't. I was just doing that just because so I could play the game, more. Simulate. Simulate that game. All right, all the games have been simulated except our game, which we will resume on another date. I'm not sure. I don't do these streams consecutively, which I should probably start doing that more. I mean, I'm a content provider. I don't do anything for money. I don't do anything for clout. None of that shit. I'm just a YouTuber looking to just provide content to those that follow my channel. And if you like baseball, if you like karaoke, if you like gameplay from RetroArch, whatever you like to see, I'll gladly provide it as best I can. That's just me. But that's going to wrap it up for tonight. It is almost 2:30 in the morning, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I will see what's going on as far as another stream is concerned. I've got nothing going on today that I know of. So all that being said, this is Blind Gamer Night Tony signing out by saying have a good rest of your night, and I will see you all real soon.